Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, March 7th, 2024, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome, whether it's your first time here or you're coming back. Thank you very much. And like I said, good morning. Sue, I saw you first one here from sunny Green Bay, Wisconsin. Yay. Not sunny here today. Rain, rain, rain here in Midlothian, Texas today. Okay, we got some Facebook users. Hold on. Angel, good morning. Sue, good morning. Xana, good morning. Dee, good morning. Marcia, good to see you. Linda says rainy morning from Mansfield. Exactly. And V, Chili, good morning, everyone. Cindy, good morning to you. Jennifer, good morning. Oma, good morning. She will watch until she has to leave. No problem. I was trying to see who said good morning, happy crafters from Texas. Marcia. All right, so good to see everybody. Thank you guys for being here. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 years now, my full-time business. So I teach people how to make all the stuff with paper crafts, and I do these weekly free videos that you can watch and, of course, copy those projects. And then I offer lots of events as well. So as you come on to this video, please feel free to say hi, make a comment. That will get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with the Thoughtful Expressions bundle. This is the same bundle I used last week. This bundle right here. So it's gorgeous. I am making different cards, but you'll see some similarities, and you'll see that when I make the cards, but they are different. But anyway, last week when I did that video, I thought this was the best stamp set to go with the type of cards I was making. And then I read my own notes, which I had typed previously, and said, what's my online ordering special for March? Oh, it's Thoughtful Expressions. Well, I guess I'll be using that again next week. So this is a free class you can earn from me based on your orders through me in March. And I'll tell you more about that later. But also it is just a, like you can just watch the video and copy the cards yourself. So I want to remind you that later today in YouTube, I will add timestamps to this video. That way you will be able to skip around to the parts you want to see. And then I'll add a link over here that will take you straight to my blog, which is stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can go to the events page, the Amazon page, the club page, all kinds of stuff. And of course, you can go every week after this video at 11 a.m. Central and see individual photos of the cards I made, recipe cards, measurements, supply list, etc. Okay, so that's that part. Let me check my notes. I had to restart my computer before I went live, and so it took time that was not planned in. So I didn't get to read over all of my little to-do list before the video. So if I'm missing a supply or something, that's probably the reason. Okay, so by the way, if you comment on the video, you will be entered to win the cards I'm going to make today, 3 of them. If you share the video, comment that you shared, you'll be entered again to win the cards I'm making today. Commenting, sharing, clicking a like, giving a thumbs up, a heart, any kind of reaction, following, subscribing, turning on notifications, all of that helps me in my business. So thank you very much. And so please feel free to do any of that stuff as well. Let's see here. Marcia says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up next to the live chat over in YouTube. Thank you, Marcia. Always giving those good reminders. Let's see here. Sorry, I can't see some of your names. Xana, cold here, but dry. At least you don't have rain there in the UK, Xana. Landa, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Marcia says, I love this bundle. Marcia says, I love your blue shirt. This is a Stampin' Up! Shirt that we can purchase from the company. Thank you, Marcia. And demonstrators can purchase it, of course. Ooh, the hummingbird is your favorite angel. Nice. Denise, good morning in Colorado. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Sandy, good morning in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Beautiful day. Nice. Jackie, good morning. Corinne, good morning. Catherine, good morning. Haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you here. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Rosemary, Rosemary, good morning. Seal, good morning. Thanks for sharing, Marcia. All right. So I'm going to jump into my upcoming events and tell you what all you can sign up for. Anyone in the United States can take my events. They're all offered to go. Some are also offered in person if you're local here in Texas. And then all of them include a PDF tutorial with step-by-step detailed instructions and measurements. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in the registration. You will cut your own designer paper and kit components that's included with the fee based on the tutorial. And of course, if you can purchase the tutorials only, and that can be for anyone in the world, but you'll want to do that during the class registration process. So for example, I'm going to talk about my retreat in a box today. If you want those tutorials, click the retreat registration before the deadline and register for the tutorials only. So that's how that works. Okay, so first up, of course, my team gets all my tutorials free, by the way. They get them all. If I partner with Alejandra or April or Genevieve Co., you get their tutorials from that event. So if you join my team, you'll get all those tutorials free every month over in our team Facebook group. Okay, so I have my 4 monthly classes coming up on March 23rd in person or mailed on March 25th. They're card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. Card and scrapbook register by March 21st. Each one of those is $20 or free with a $20 order. Simple. You can join the club, and if you do that $20 order 6 months in a row for the one club, you'll get a gift from me. So, or you can just take those classes individually as well. Card class is 4 cards. We're going to use the Excellent Eggs bundle and the Ice Cream Swirl bundle. So some fun Easter and then just fun springy type cards with ice cream. 4 cards for $20, free with the $20 order. So yes, you can just pay the fee, but why would you? And then scrapbook class is 3 12 by 12 pages for $20, free with a $20 order. We're going to make page 2 of our Easter page from last month. So with the Excellent Eggs bundle, and then we're just going to make a really fun page, 2-page layout with the Latte Love bundle / suite. Suite. Okay, so that's those 2. And then we have Stamp-A-Stack class and sampler class. These are subscription clubs you can join, although you can take these classes individually. I only want to take it in March or only in April or whatever. And so the subscription is $35 a month. Individual class is $37 a month. You can join the club anytime. And as long as you join before this month's deadline, which is March 17th, you'll be in this club. You can cancel anytime. So you're not obligated, like it's a lifetime commitment. Some people cancel after 1 month. Some people have never canceled, and on and on. The cat just jumped up here. There's her tail. So, but anyway, why would you want to join the club versus pay it? Well, you get a $2 discount each month. Also, after 6 consecutive months, you receive a free $25 in merchandise of your choice from me. And then you usually get a little gift from me each month. It's not like 1,000% guarantee that we send a gift, but we send gifts almost every month to our club members. Of course, you'll get PDF tutorial and all that. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible in Stamp-A-Stack, which is 12 cards, 4 designs. Sorry, cat. 3 of each. And then sampler is, which I don't have a clue where last month's sampler is. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. But here's one from a couple of months ago. It's a 12 by 12 framed art that you can, I'm seeing the hybridy comments, that you can decorate your own home with, like you see mine right there. Oh my gosh. You can give it as a gift. Sorry, the cat is distracting me, unfortunately. You can give it as a gift. It makes a great housewarming, or like I'm just coming over to your house for dinner. I brought you this thing, etc. And you can switch them out seasonally. So you just need the one frame and you just pop the inserts in and out. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. So both of those classes with the fee of $35 or $37 include over $20 in merchandise, plus the project, plus we cut, all that stuff. Okay, any questions, let me know. So register for those two clubs by March 17th. That's your deadline. It's a little later this month because Stampin' Up! Is having a convention in March that I'm going to next week. It's crazy. I'm not ready. But me and a bunch of my team members, including Landa, Alejandra, April, and many of my awesome team members are going to On Stage in Houston, Texas next week, which is basically a 3-day convention all about stamping. We get to see new product. We get to see the new catalog stuff. We're very excited. Anyway, let me see here. Terry, good morning. Loving the rain in Granbury today. It started raining right when I was going to sleep last night. It did not keep me up, but it was like some loud, heavy rain last night, but it's not raining now. It's here. It's supposed to rain later, like probably in the middle of this video. Hopefully the internet will play nice. Okay, let me see. I just want to check. Yes. Terry, good morning. Hannah, good morning to you. France, good morning. Good to see you. Have you showed the cards from class yet? Which class? If you're talking about the 4 I just talked about, nothing's designed. I was going to mention that, that I'm so busy getting ready for On Stage, and 2 incentives I have that are about to happen. Tonight is my customer celebration, and next, like Saturday is my team celebration. And so I'm so busy getting ready for all these that I'm probably not going to be able to design those 4 classes I just mentioned. I'm going to look at the calendar until I get back from On Stage. So like on the 17th. So I'll post sneak peeks as soon as I can. That's close to the deadline to sign up, but nothing's been designed yet. I did design my retreat make and takes. So there you go. And I can't see who asked that question. Did I show Rhonda? Yeah, so not yet. If those are the classes you're referring to. Okay, retreats. You can join April McCright and I in person in Temple, Texas in March. I keep getting these graphics backwards. So annoying. Like in reverse order. Anyway, March. Can't read my date there. Oh, 28th. Temple, Texas. 8-foot table. Meals. Great lighting. Tons of space. You can walk down that aisle while everybody is sitting at their seats with their chairs pushed out, and you don't have to bump anybody. You get a bed. Like, it's so fun. And then you get to use our supplies to do your 10 or more make and takes, which is 10 this time. Ooh. Hold on, I don't want to click my face. Using the perennial lavender bundle. There's the 10 make and takes. I have them right here, so I will show you a real sneak peek. And I think you're going to love them. Well, I love them anyway, so hopefully you will. So you can take the retreat in person and use our stuff and make these projects there, or you can take it to go, and it's the retreat in a box, and it gets mailed to you, or you can pick it up from my house, and then it's no longer in a box. But anyway, 10 make and takes, gifts, a bag, PDF tutorials. It's totally awesome. And so either way you take it is going to be good for you. And then along with that retreat in person or to go, there's 2 optional classes you can add on if you want. April McCright's Stippled Roses class. and my rock star class, which I started designing yesterday, but then I had to stop to finish getting ready for this video. So that's in process. I should take a picture of the table where I'm making these cards. So much rock star stuff laying scattered everywhere. Anyway, and then we're both going to make one card in our Stamp-A-Stack classes with the cap and gown. So it's like Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation type classes. So I would recommend taking both so you can get the full spectrum of classes. But anyway, so if you're taking it to go, you can take only April's class, only my class, only the retreat, or mix and match. And that's in the link. So make sure you click that link for all the details. If you're taking the retreat in person, of course, you're getting the retreat portion, the perennial lavender. And then, get the sneak peek out. And then, hold on, let me get the words out. The classes are optional to add on, and you'll use our stuff there. V said for a second, I thought you had a feather duster. Yes, that cat was, luckily she jumped down. She did knock something off, but it's nothing I needed. Thank goodness. Okay, Rhonda, card class. Yeah. So I'll have those ready by Sunday, the 17th. Charlotte, good morning. Terry, good morning. Pat, good morning. Hair appointment in Addison. Landa was telling me she got her haircut yesterday. I got my haircut last week. I think we're all getting our haircut for on stage. Am I right? Pat, thank you for sharing. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody because there's so many over here that say Facebook user. Angelique, thanks for saying hi to Brittany. Linda, good morning in Idaho. Love the tail. Cindy, good morning to you. Sherry, good morning. France, can't wait. France, you're going to be there? You have to find me. I'm staying at the Marquis, Marriott Marquis, FYI. If anybody wants to come find me. Cindy, yes, so sad you will miss it as well. If you had subscribed for monthly classes, do you still have to register for every month? Angel, if you're a sampler and Stamp-A-Stack, no. Card and scrapbook, yes. I can explain privately the reasons, but yes, on those two. Looks like it could rain here any minute, Cindy. Mary Jo, yay, on stage, yes. Hopefully I will see you there. Sorry, I'm so slow on these reading these comments. Mary Ann, good morning. Happy birthday month. Thank you, Mary Ann. Janet in North Carolina, good morning to you. Sue, I've already signed up and paid. Thank you, Sue. Yes, lots of you have. Thank you very much for the retreat. I am going to show the samples here in a sec. Just let me catch up. Mary Ann, my haircut was yesterday. See, Mary Ann's on the team also. That's so funny. We're all getting haircuts. Maria in El Paso. By the way, my last haircut was for backstage with Stampin' Up in August. I'm staying at the Hyatt Place, but we'll look for you at the event. Awesome, France. And of course, I know we'll see a lot of you. We have like close to 80 people attending, Alejandra and I, our pregame. So we'll see a lot of you there. Okay, retreat in a box. Let me show you the sneak peek of the samples here. This feels very thick. I really love this sampler. I just don't want to give you a long sneak peek because I want you to take my class. But I think it's gorgeous. So there's the sampler. We have like 6 cards you're going to make. Some fun folds in here. I tried to mix die cutting and non-die cutting on these cards. Again, some fun folds. Ignore the fact that mine is glued together when I just tried to open it. That's because I put the adhesive on the wrong side of the designer paper. But anyway, a little box. And of course, a couple of scrapbook pages. Okay, that's the sneak peek. That was 10 projects. I'm trying not to smash my butterflies on my sampler. You can still sign up through March 17th. Take it to go if you cannot attend in person. Here's all my samples. Got to protect them. Okay. Moving on. Cruise. Don't forget to sign up for the crafting cruise for 2025. We are going to Roatan, Honduras, Cozumel, Mexico, and Costa Maya, Mexico. Harmony of the Seas, Galveston, Texas, January 26th. Register now so you can pay it off. Bring anybody you want. They don't have to do the crafting portion. That part is an add-on. Everybody gets the group rate, which is going to save you more money than any Royal Caribbean special. Go watch the video April and I did telling you all about this cruise we just had, which a lot of the people commenting on this video right now were on that cruise. Y'all were awesome. We loved having you, and we hope you come back. But new people is great as well. And so I was going to say, and I've said this before, that Landa and I booked our cruise on the cruise, and then we told our travel agent, and when we got home, they contacted us and said, would you like the better rate through us? Same room, everything's the same, but you're going to save. I think we saved $250 or $500. We're like, yeah, we want that rate, of course. So anyway, our group rate will give you the best rates no matter what special you see on Royal Caribbean. So even if you don't want to do the crafting, or you want to tell a friend, hey, if you want to go on a cheap cruise, sign up through Jennifer. Okay. Debbie, good morning. Getting your taxes done in a minute. Ugh. Sorry, Debbie. Getting my hair cut too, but not going to on stage. Let's see who this is. Can't see. Rhonda. Yes. You can come one year, Rhonda. Carmen, hello to you. D, D, yes. Leslie and I are signed up for the cruise. Exciting. They were on the cruise with us this past year, and we love them. Janet, 10 projects in 10 seconds. Exactly, Janet. Can't give too much away. Okay, so those are my events. Links will be in the 1 p.m. email today. Make sure you sign up for my email newsletter up here on Facebook, down here in YouTube. It's there right now. Oh, I was going to show you the pictures from the cruise. There's all the gifts everybody received. Left is wrapped, right is unwrapped. There's all the people. Scenes in the room, in the crop room, and the bag they received. And then there's the space. So you get half a table. And then there's separate tables to go do the classes on and use our supplies for that. So there you go. Make sure. Okay, so next up after events is like specials and what's going on with Stampin' Up. So the online exclusives started March 5th, so you can purchase those now. Just go to my online store and go to the online exclusives section or category, and you will see so much cool stuff, which I've already shown what I had purchased anyway on a previous video. Did I show this one? I think I did. This box. I just think I got this pet one after I did that video. Pets and More, super cute. If y'all missed that one, it's so cute. I feel like I did show it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I still have everything I bought in this box except for my Zinnia stuff because I'm using that for my team, my incentive tonight. So that's separate. But yeah, there's even more than what I have in this box here that is available online only. So you won't see it in the catalog, technically, while supplies last. If you had a hair on my arm. If you need to know about a product that was an online exclusive or you thought it was, just ask me because we have access to the inventory report with Stampin' Up. So it's like some of it might be coming back or it might be sold out forever. Amy, good morning. Thank you for sharing the video. Can't wait to get the next one, Angel. Thank you, Angel. Angel took the cruise to go. We will offer that retreat portion to go next year. Okay, so we have online exclusives are available. Let me just put this flyer up here real quick. And this was like made by a team member of mine. So it is, whatever. You can't see everything fully, but this is basically all the new stuff. So there's a really nice new background stamp. There's nature stamps, all kinds of stuff that I haven't purchased yet. Embossing folders, glimmer paper, on and on and on. So there's all that. And then I do also want to just remind you that it's getting serious about this retiring catalog. These are the colors that are going to retire. They will be while supplies last in April. All pretty much, most likely, all the products that include these colors will be while supplies last in April, like designer papers, ribbons, gems, etc., markers, blends, whatever, paper. And then, of course, a bunch of other stuff. So that means we're getting to that time where if there's something in the big annual catalog that you, and honestly, this one too, that you really like, go ahead and get it now in case it goes while supplies last and sells out. Things start to sell out when things start to run out, I should say, before the list comes out. Sometimes they don't reorder them. So be aware of that. This catalog is good through April 30th, which means also in April, this will be retiring. So basically both catalogs, annual and this one. And then we get our new annual catalog. Customers get it in May. It starts in May. But for demonstrators, it starts in April. Select items we can pre-order. So there you go. All right. I have an ordering special for you. And I also have some projects I'm going to share real quick when I point the camera down. And then I'm going to make the cards today. So let me point this camera down. I'm also going to see if I can put this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot to change it. No. Okay, I'm going to try to fix this real quick. First of all, hide that one. Add overlay. Sorry, I made my new thing and I forgot to upload it. It is called host code. Sorry. There we go. So there's your March host code, which I'll talk about in a second. Okay, so this is the bundle. Why is my camera sideways? Why are you sideways? Hold on. Try to fix this. There we go. I was like, oh no. This is the bundle. Secret stuff over here. Come on now. That I'll be using today. But anyway, first of all, I want to show you some cards I've received in the mail that are super cute. So let me show and tell those. This one is from Oma. And I believe that's part of a kit, but it's either way super cute. Just hope this card makes you smile. Adorable. And thank you, Oma. This one is from Linda Harrell. And for my birthday, thank you, Linda. Super cute. The cows, the plaid background. Love it. It was a paper pumpkin. Thank you, Oma. If I would ever put mine together, I would know. This one is from Renee Cole. She always sends me a birthday card every year, even though I haven't seen Renee in person in years. Well, maybe a couple of years ago. But anyway, Renee, you're awesome. I miss you. I don't know if you're going to be at convention. Maybe you will. Maybe I'll get to see you, Renee. This one is from Gail. She's another person who's great at sending cards. And it's just very pretty. Thank you, Gail. It was for my birthday as well. And then last but not least, from Robin, I believe. Triple check. Yes, Robin, for my birthday. She knows I like pink. All right, so thank you guys very much for the cards. Love getting cards in the mail, of course. And then here I have some team swaps to share. So every month in my team, we have an optional card swap that anyone can participate in. It's completely optional. So we have people participate who do this as a business. We have people participate who do this completely as a hobby. And either one's fine. But what it means is however many people participate, that's how many cards you make. You get back one of each. And so you have all these samples now. So these are the ones from this month. This one is from Evelyn. And so it's a great way to get ideas and maybe samples from things that you don't own yet. This one was from Martha. So this belly band is supposed to be up in the middle. And then when you slide this down, I keep getting, okay, hold on a sec. I'm sorry. Like my my watch keeps buzzing and then nothing's on there. Okay. Get ready for this, y'all. Check that out. Awesome job, Martha. By the way, the swap also, everybody in the team gets to vote, and the winner gets $20 in merchandise from me. Okay, so there's that one. This is from Betsy with some of that new. Oh yeah, I forgot it opens differently. New latte line, which is my favorite of the new stuff. So it's a little gift card holder. Of course, put a Starbucks gift card in there. This one's on me. So cute. That was our winner, by the way. This one is from Elaine. So pretty. I'm using the hummingbird today. This one is from Robin. Gorgeous. And Jen. This one was from Jen. Super cute with that new stuff as well. Okay, so there we go. So card swaps are awesome. All right, today I am making 3 cards with the Thoughtful Expressions bundle. This will also be, these cards I'm going to make are my online ordering special for March. So if you place an online order with me in March of $25 or more, you're going to get a free class packet mailed to you in April. $25 or more, you will get the class packet mailed. You have to use the host code. That's what links it all together. And tells me, yes, you qualify for the special. Okay, so 4 cards with the Thoughtful Expressions bundle, which you'll see all 4 cards today. If that order is $50 or more, you get a free full pack of champagne iridescent dots. And so that's with the host code in March. If the order is $150 or more, you still get the gifts from me, and you get at least $15 in free merchandise of your choice from Stampin' Up. The kits are mailed in the following month, and I do offer 2 gifts a month. So starting on the 16th, there'll be a new host code and a new item you can receive. So the 4 cards I'm going to make today are with Thoughtful Expressions. I'm going to make 3, and I'll show you the 4th one, and they are your online ordering special. And then the champagne dots I should have right here, yes, which I used these last week. So if you watched last week, this is just like more on how to use Thoughtful Expressions. That's what you'll receive free with 50. These are gorgeous. Like, you're definitely going to want them. Okay, so I already went over the details of this bundle last week. I'll just show it again briefly here. The stamp set, the hummingbird, flower, double flowers, single flower, little sprig of flowers, and then the greetings. Where in the world would I be without you? Sometimes there are no words. You're in my thoughts today, and enjoy your day. And then the amazing dies, which mine are here. They keep being a hot mess. I made this photocopy for a different reason a while back, so I'm glad I did, because you can see the dies a lot better here. You can cut out the stamped images. There's labels that are more like a rectangle, but with decorative edges. They all have piercing or stitching. And then there's a more round label that is decorative, though, so little scallopy around the edges. The largest one there is 3 3/4, and the smallest is a little less than 1, or around 1 1/4. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those round ones. And then there are from 2 1/4 inches wide to 4 inches wide, 4 of the landscape rectangle ones. There's also a few dies that cut out just flowers and leaves. Okay, so there we go. It's an amazing bundle. Someone commented earlier, I love the dies in this bundle. That's exactly right. This is one where you just want, like, stamp set or not, you want the dies. You want to have them forever, basically. Amy says, I love the hummingbird. Where's that gonna go? I guess I was looking for the comment about the dies, but I can't see it right now. Cindy, good morning. Thank you for sharing this video as well. Okay, so let's get started. Let me see. Card number 1. Here's my packet. Yours will look similar to this when you get it in the mail from me. It might have a gift inside if you earned that. And there'll be a thank you card and a little note about the instructions. There will be 4 cards in here. There's only 3 here due to I'm not making the 4th one. So you'll have, there will be a scrap of white, just one scrap there of white. There will be a packet to make a card. It won't be stamped though. Just ignore that part. That's from the video. It'll look more like this because you'll stamp that flower over here. And the base, and then pieces and a base. Again, we're not going to stamp for you. We're not even allowed to do that. Pieces and a base. Okay, so this is card number 1. And we will need this scratch paper. So it's a 1/4 of a sheet of white. And what you're going to stamp on it for all 4 cards are these images here in Memento Black. Okay, so I don't know why. I just don't know what to do with all my stuff. Let me put it right here. Okay, card number 1 is a basic white card base, 5.5 inches. So cut your 8.5 by 11.5. You'll get 2 cards out of 1 sheet by 8.5, and we're just going to fold it in half. I like to use the bone folder so that I need to get my readers out so that I get a crisp fold on the inside. So if you noticed, I tried not to fold any of it with my finger. That's when you get more wrinkles on the inside. To get even more perfect, you want to use score it with your paper cutter. Also, look, I already got a smudge on there, which will get covered, but that's also why I don't use my finger, because I always get smudges on stuff. Okay, and then the next pieces are Moody Mauve cardstock that has been embossed with the most gorgeous embossing folder ever. Look how deep it embosses, like so deep. I don't do anything special. I only put 1 piece of paper in my folders, always, ever, like stacked. And but I don't do anything else. And that's how that one comes out. That is the Layered Florals embossing folder, which is in the mini catalog. Again, we will know next week when we get to convention if any of this made it into the big catalog. But besides that, like, we don't know if this is going to be while supplies last. But anyway, it's gorgeous. Layered Florals. It's a 6x6. It's just these really big flowers with small flowers in between. I don't know what type of flower this is, but it's gorgeous. Okay, so anyway, that's the next layer. I'll have all of the measurements for these cards on my blog at 11amcentralstamptherapist.com. Forgot to put my thing back up. Okay. Then all 3 cards that I'm making today have this exact size of the more circular scallopy die. It's the 3rd from the largest, and I believe it's 2.5 inches wide, approximately. This one's basic white. Then I have this piece here, which is it was a 3x3 square of the designer paper. So again, I've shown this on previous videos, this Poetic Expressions designer paper. It comes in the suite with the Thoughtful Expressions, and of course you can purchase it separately. And I showed it last week, so I'm going to flip through these designs super quick. You get 2 of each design I'm showing here. Of course, there's a pattern or design on the front and back. It's just pretty. There's like some Baroque or like wallpaper type designs. There's dainty flowers. There's just textured backgrounds, etc. It's like Moody Mauve, Mossy Meadow, Boho Blue, Lost Lagoon, Wild Wheat. Those are the main colors in this paper. So I have this piece that was a 3x3 square and I cut it in half diagonally so I can get 2 out of 1 piece. This is one of the Moody Mauve designs that has 4 triangles in a petite little design that make up one larger triangle, 4 really small ones, and then there's little decorative elements in between. So it's Moody Mauve and those patterns are in white. And then I have a More Dazzle label or banner that I've die cut. So pretty. That's the largest banner die from Stylish Shapes. Y'all know everybody should own Stylish Shapes. I've owned mine so much and used it so much I had to tape the packaging back closed. Yeah. Anyway. And More Dazzle comes with gold and champagne. This one's champagne. All right, so if you watched last week's video, these pieces are probably looking pretty familiar. This card is very similar, but not the same as last week. So I'm going to grab Memento black ink and stamp the 2 flower image. So it's like 2 flowers side by side and then little leafy sprigs coming out the left and right and some larger leaves. I don't know what type of flowers these are, but they're the kind that have 1, 2, 5 petals and then like a center with little dots. Okay, I'm using Memento black ink this week because I'm going to use Stampin' Blends to color, which are alcohol based, and Memento black is water based. So I'm going to stamp the flowers on the scrap and then die cut them out. And then on the label, I'm going to stamp Where in the World would I be without you in Memento black down here to the bottom left. So just make sure you have, because this label is scalloped. I don't know if that's a good word to describe what it is, but it's kind of scalloped. So make sure you have whatever you want to be the top, which might be this or this smaller little point. You know, lay it out like that so the words will be straight when you put this on your card. Okay, so stamp both those in Memento black. And then, so we will die cut out the flowers. I recommend you hand cut this off of this sheet. And then, like, even I would never just lay these 3 dies on here because there's only one of that die. I would never do that because there's too much opportunity for the stuff to shift, dies to overlap, etc. You can put all 3 of these on your machine at one time, but if they're separate pieces of paper, you can control the stuff staying in place a lot better. And then also the top plate doesn't smash down on the die cut part and put texture in it. I'll just give this visual here because I do believe, if I remember correctly, I die cut everything for this video. And if you don't know how to die cut, let me know and I'll refer you to another video that shows how to do that. Super easy. But these will all get die cut out for the cards later. But again, I've done it shockingly to save you a minute on this video. Okay, so after you die cut it out, we're going to color it. I do recommend, I usually forget myself, but I do recommend you cut it and then color it, because if you do all this coloring and then you go die cut it out and the die slips, if you're like me, you're going to be a little irritable that you now have to start over on the, stamp it again, die cut it again, color it again. The coloring part is the part. Okay, so I'm going to use my Moody Mauve blends for the flower. I have dark here, so I'm just going to use the brush tip end and add the dark shadows. And for me, I'm just adding them exactly where Stampin' Up tells me to, because I'm not artistic. So I'm right there also. But a lot of you have more art skills, so you'll know better where to do your shading. And then go over all of that with light, including the dark part, so that it blends together. So you'll have the effect of light and dark shading but you won't have harsh lines where it, the dark ended and the light started, basically. And then just know these do bleed through to the other side, and know that these markers can dry out. They're pretty much just like a Sharpie. And you know how fast a Sharpie can dry out? Same. So put the lid back on as soon as you're done. I did not snap that lid, and I'm not going to snap this one because I know I'm about to use it again. But as soon as you're finished, for sure, snap it back on. Or if you're going to walk away and go eat lunch or something, snap it. So coloring the second flower, same deal. And Moody Mauve is a really pretty color. It's kind of 90s, but you know, I think 90s are coming back. It's an in color. It has one more year on Moody Mauve. Unlike those 5 I showed you earlier, Tahitian Tide, etc. Okay, so I should be done with Moody. So let me snap that on. Then I'm going to do Wild Wheat. Apparently, I just did light. But you could do dark. You could blend it as well. You could do dark on the... phone is making me crazy. On the dots there, the center, and then, you know, blend it out. I'm actually going to go back in with a little bit of light Moody here. So also with blends, you can keep layering. If I was not happy with how my shadows, I can add more dark. Then most times if you do that, you want to go back and blend it out with your light. Or you can start with light and then add the dark. But the point is, if you see the harsh lines, oh my gosh, yeah, I did it wrong. If you see the harsh lines, color some more till they disappear, which is what I'm about to have to do because I messed up and grabbed dark versus light or whatever. But yeah, just keep coloring. It'll eventually blend out. You can use the brush tip. The reason mine are taped off is so they will stay working perfectly fine. They work perfectly fine. But for my events, I keep them taped up so that they don't get pushed too hard. That's the only reason they're taped up. Okay, so that's kind of darker than my usual because I messed up. But anyway, it looks fine. Okay, Lost Lagoon for the leaves. So dark again on the veins of these leaves. There's some bigger ones and some smaller ones. This is a pretty small section I can do fast, but that's another thing with blends is you can do, or what I recommend is doing sections at a time, especially if the image is larger versus putting all the dark down everywhere and then going back with the light, because if it's too big of an area and that dark dries too much, it just doesn't blend quite as well. It's probably fine, but I just do sections. So I pre-die cut, but I didn't pre-color for y'all. Like I mentioned earlier this week, there's a lot going on. I'm also trying to make swaps for on stage. I saw some, actually, I think I'm thinking of my team group. We were talking about swaps this morning. I haven't actually started anything on those, but I have a pile of stuff to do that with. Okay, so there's my flowers. Hey, Sherry, good morning to you. Okay, so I think we're ready. I'm going to be using these other colors on something else. Ready to assemble. So for this card, I'm going to go ahead and place the the Moody Mauve, just using my Stampin' Seal on the white card base. And Stampin' Seal is very strong, but I might have put a tiny bit more than usual because of how embossed this this Moody Mauve piece is. Okay, then we have our triangle. And I am going to tear off the edge here, the part, this is going to go down the bottom right hand corner. So I'm going to tear off that top exposed edge. I'm just going to pull toward me the piece I'm taking off so that the white is exposed. I want that white to show on the inside. So I tore with the design I want facing me. That's how you get that effect. If I wanted this side to show, the white would not show at all if I wanted this design to be on front. Okay, so this little triangle will get attached to the corner here. Is this card looking familiar to anybody who from last week? How many cards am I making, Linda? 3. Oh, swaps. I bet you mean swaps. I'm going to try to make 50. I recommend 50 to 100. I mean, that's wrong. I recommend 20 to 100. Linda, have you joined our team Facebook group for the on stage? I think I sent you an email to join it, Linda. Anyway, we have some discussions going on over there about it, but I recommend 20 to 100 for swapping, for general swapping for this type of event because of the size of it. Okay, so I put some adhesive on the back of the, oh my goodness, and I'm just going to do one design, 50 of one design. I have personally found that if I bring too many designs, I forget who I swapped with, and I end up with duplicates because they see this card and it's different than the one I traded them, and I don't remember that I traded with them. I hope that makes sense. So I just do 1 or 2 designs max. But anyway, this is like demonstrator swap talk. So yes, look for that email, Linda, and join that group. Okay, and we're getting together as well, so you'll find the info for that on there. And if you need the link, just let me know privately, Linda. Okay, so I attached my label, my More Dazzle label, to the bottom behind the white circle label. So it's just sticking out at the bottom on the left and right, basically. And then I'm going to attach this with Stampin' Dimensionals to my card. Actually, first, I want to attach the flowers to this as well. So I'm going to add some adhesive sort of at the bottom of these flowers and place them on there as well. So I'm going to make this one big piece. I have the flowers, or one of the leaves, pointing between the word where and world, so it fits in there nice and snug. Now I'm going to put dimensionals on this whole thing. My mini Stampin' Dimensionals, oops, they're getting low. I'm just going to put about that 6 on there. Put as many or little as you want. You can use the big ones or the mini ones. That part really is just preference, personal preference. I prefer the mini ones. So this is just going to kind of go semi-centered, a little bit overlapping the rectangle. It's just like on there. Anywhere you put it will be fine. Then I will add some champagne dots, but also I'm going to what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to make this bow, and I hope I remember how to make it. So I learned how to make this bow off of a YouTube video. There were several YouTube videos showing how to make it. And then I made a TikTok showing how to make it, in case anyone needs to watch it again from today. But it's a triple bow, 3 loops. Okay, so this is the jute twine, that 2023 to 2025 in color jute trim, I should say trim. It's really thick, like twine, but thick. It's the 5 in colors. 3 of those in colors are in this designer paper: Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat, and Boho Blue. So it is a great match to this whole suite of products. And it's in the annual catalog. It still might retire, though. A lot of times they'll come out with a new in color ribbon, and sometimes they don't. It's literally unpredictable. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to put, I'm right-handed, so on my right hand, I'm putting this twine. I'm just giving myself plenty of a tail here. It's probably way too much, but I don't want it to be too short for this video. I think the more I get used to doing this, I'll be able to be more cheap with my ribbon. So it's between my first two fingers and then it's stretched across to the thumb. And then you just weave it back and forth. I'm not really going to do it yet, but you go up and over the thumb and finger. To me, it's like how you wrap your vacuum cleaner cord. Okay, so, and how wide you have it is how big the loops. These will be the loops. So I want it about that big. So I'm going to do this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm going to kind of pinch that 5th one there. This 5th one is just my tail. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Also, you see 3 strings on my left and 4 on the right. The 4th one is a tail. I believe this tail right here. So there should end up only being, did I do it wrong? There should end up only being 3 loops on this side. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me start over. I'm scared now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. I knew I was going to get nervous and mess this up, but we'll see if I messed it up or not. So, long story short, you still have the one that is shorter that's not attached to the roll here. Oh, I remember what it is. You have to cut this off. That's what it is. You have to cut it. Let me read my note. 30 inches. I'm going to do 30 inches. 13 plus 13 is 26. 30 inches is very generous. And of course, it would depend on what type of ribbon you're using. So you would need to figure it out with your own ribbon if it's a different thickness. Okay, 30 inches for what I'm making. Okay, 1. You're getting to see it 10 times now. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I still feel like I did something wrong, but we're going to go with it. So then I'm going to bring the one I was just messing with around everything. Okay, it's correct. It's correct. It's all good. So we have 3 loops here. This one is not a loop because it's unconnected. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. The same one I just wrapped around is going to go around everything. Then you're going to feed it back through itself and tie a knot. This is very short. I don't like that. Hold on. I'm going to This is my 3rd or 4th time making these, but I got it now. Just don't want to make this one too long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around everything. Now I have more to work with. Loop it through, pull, and make a really tight knot. Now at this point, even out your loops. Make sure you don't have it all the way to the right or left, etc. Pull it pretty tight because I did have one come loose a little bit. And then now you have 3 loops on each side, but only 2 strings. Now, if this was with ribbon that lays, a little flatter, it would be, you can imagine how beautiful of a bow it would be. This one's really pretty on this card, but with, silky ribbon, etc. I'm going to trim the ends. There it is. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I hope that wasn't too much like, yes, the vacuum, y'all. Hold on, I got to read. I can't see whose names. Linda. Yes, girl. Isn't that how y'all wrap your vacuum cord? And somebody else asked a question. Frugal. Oh, Janet. Frugal. Ever cheap. That's right, girl. We don't need to be wasting money on these craft supplies. We're going to put it to the what do we call it? We're going to max it out. By the way, I want to say that on my next card, I'm doing a thing that I thought was the most amazing thing I've seen in forever. I have no clue if other people have done this, figured this out already. I don't know. And I don't know how it'll look on the camera, if it'll look as amazing as it does to me in person on the next card, though. And it's not like a big technique, it's just a thing. Okay, so I'm going to glue dot this triple bow here. I think it looks amazing. I finally know how to make a triple bow, but only have 2 loops here. I think it looks awesome. So go check out my TikTok also if you want a review on that, or just watch this video again. Okay, I'm just going to add some champagne dots. So they are loose. So I've got, and they're all different sizes. I was looking at these when I was making these cards. Like, I think there's even more sizes than I originally thought. So many. There's some really teeny tiny ones up to the large one. So you're going to love these. You can get them free from me with your online order, you know, with this host code here, $50 or more. Thank you. I'm glad you like the bows. Mary Ann, yes, I think you already know how to make them. I finally learned. I was like, I'm going to learn this, Jennifer. You're going to learn it. And I did. Now, that's why I made the TikTok also, was for myself, so I can go back and watch that TikTok if I forget, because they're just like a short video. It's just like the one technique, boom. Okay, I'm gonna get my take your pick tool. I'm gonna use the putty end. I'm gonna grab my scissors, and I'm gonna grab my liquid glue, which actually I'm gonna grab a different one. That one is older. I just want y'all to see, like, this one is not older and it comes out a lot faster. So I want 3, just like you would put rhinestones or something, 3 embellishments up here in the corner in like the triangle pattern. So I put 3 dots of the Tombow multi liquid glue. And then I'm going to use the putty end to pick up my champagne dots and stick them on there, and then possibly use the scissors to separate it. I think that one was easier because this is a giant one. That champagne dot is huge. I'll get more of a medium one. So the putty does like to grab on. Come on now. To whatever you are, oh my gosh, picking up with the putty. Now it's stuck to my finger. I think I got a sticky one. By the way, this glue works amazing with these. Don't worry, it'll be fine once it's dry. And then one more. So I'm just picking some different sizes here. I think these are a little different than my original. I cannot do this good with my finger. I have to use the scissors. Yeah, this putty is serious. Or else I don't know how to do it properly. I've actually got, let me show y'all what this putty is doing. That's the putty. Stop it. Okay, I don't know about that guy. More glue. Of course, it's going to give me trouble on the video. It's so easy, though. There we go. Perfect. And then if you can see the little white on the glue, it will dry clear, so it's fine. But super strong. Like, I don't worry about these embellishments coming off at all. Okay, that is the finished card for this one. For card number 1. And wouldn't you love Landa to cut this packet for you, emboss this, die cut this, give you 30 inches of ribbon, and you make this at your house? Wouldn't that be awesome? Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, Angel. I don't do TikTok. Girl, I do so much TikTok. You can shop on TikTok. I literally buy a lot of my clothes from there. I get fashion and diet advice, makeup, but it's fine. I can actually put the TikTok video on YouTube as well. Like, I have that ability. Okay, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Marilyn. Good morning, Marilyn. Hey, Juanita in California. Hold on. Sorry, can't see names. Marcia, thank you so much. Jackie, thank you. Janet, I separate the pick end from the tool and use the putty end in one hand and the pick in the other. That's a good idea. So she unscrews this. Who said that? Janet. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try that on the next one because I'm doing this. I think I'm putting these on all 3 cards. Great tip. Then you don't have to pull out your scissors. So smart. Duh. Or technically, I own like 20 take your pick tools. Technically, I legit do. Okay, there's card number 1. If you would like a chance to win that card, just make a comment on the video. And I don't even remember if I said this earlier, but if you share the video, comment that you shared, and that will give you a second entry. Okay, this is card number 2. Card number 2. Here's the pieces for this one. It is a basic white card base. Again, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to fold it in half with the bone folder. Align the 2 corners on the table. Do the folding with the bone folder. This one will be landscape. Oh, and so you can repurpose your designs. Repurpose them. This is the card from last week's video. This is the card for today. Sometimes you're in a hurry when you're trying to design. Just change the color. It could have, whole layout could have been completely different, like the sunny skies or something. Like the color schemes and images don't have to be the same. But anyway, this is the card I made last week. This is the card from today. So repurpose your designs. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Amy. Okay, so we have the card base. It's a landscape, basic white. Then we have petal pink. Bubble bath as the next layer. Again, measurements, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. Then we have a piece of the designer paper as the next layer. This is the, again, Poetic Expressions designer paper. The back side is almost like a carpet pattern with Lost Lagoon and Mossy Meadow and white. The back side is, I don't know what you call it, but it's white with a wild wheat ornate pattern on it that has a lot of texture. And then there's a little petal pink details as well. Okay, so we have that. Then we have a piece of wild wheat cardstock that is, I think, 1 3/4, but again, well, let me look. Yeah, 1 3/4 inches wide. But I'll have all the exact measurements over stamptherapist.com, 11 a.m. Central. This one is a strip to go across the front of this landscape card. And then I have 2 strips of gold More Dazzle paper. They're 1/2-inch strips, and they're going to go behind the wild wheat piece on the top and bottom as a border. So that's just a way to not use so much specialty paper, is to just put little strips behind. And then I have that label. Like I told you, I'm using the same size circular label on all 3 cards, but this one is petal pink. And I did die cut it from my petal pink layer here to save paper. There's no reason not to do that if you can. Then on my scrap of basic white, I will stamp the hummingbird in Memento Black, because again, I'm going to use Stampin' Blends. Loosely cut that apart and die cut it out so that you can color it in after it's been die cut. And then my greeting is on a little 1/2-inch strip of basic white, and it will be, what will it be? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, wild wheat ink. And because it's, not only because, but anyway, it's a 1/2-inch strip, and Enjoy Your Day fits on a 1/2-inch strip. We're going to stamp Enjoy Your Day kind of in the center in wild wheat. Just tap, tap, tap on those ink pads. Do not press hard. This is a red rubber stamp set, by the way. So you only want to get ink on the stamp, not on the edges of your stamps. Not on the edges. And then just stamp straight down and straight up. And so enjoy your day in wild wheat. Then I also need to stamp something else in bubble bath. So I'm going to clean off my flowers stamp that I just used on the last card in Memento Black. That was my chamois. You can get that in the annual catalog, and it's you just wet it. What words am I trying to say? Wet the chamois. Squeeze out the excess, clean your stamps on it, rinse it out when it gets too much ink in there. Okay, so I'm going to ink up these flowers in bubble bath, and they are kind of curved a little bit, so I'll just stamp them on this circle on one side in bubble bath. So no coloring needed there. Oh my gosh. I tried to pick up too many stamps at one time. Okay, coloring the hummingbird. I'm using different colors this time. I'm going to use wild wheat and bubble bath to match this card. I don't know. I doubt these are real hummingbird colors, but you know, they're going to look cute. So that's what matters. I'm looking at my sample. It looks like I did not blend on the wild wheat again. I just used light. I'm going to grab my glasses and I'm going to make sure that's what I did. I believe so, though. So I'm coloring the outer portion of the wings with the wild wheat. That's supposed to be bubble bath. If I mess that up, I'll die cut the other bird. Okay, so the bottom, like tail feathers, and the outer portion of the wings that are flying, and the face is all wild wheat. That. And I just used light. You can definitely do the shading. Honestly, I don't remember why I did not. And then I've got some dark bubble bath here to add some detail to the body. And then I'll go in with light bubble bath. So this bird is actually pretty quick to color. And of course, you can get more creative with it and do more sections. I don't know. This is what I find easiest. Okay, so here's my thing that I discovered on accident that I said is like miraculous. A lot of us demonstrators and customers, everybody who loves Stampin' Up, have been saying wild wheat is a great gold color. Like when you want gold, but you don't have gold, or you don't want to waste your foil or glimmer or whatever, use wild wheat and it gives the effect of gold. True. But y'all, if you put Wink of Stella on top of this painted, it's full on, it actually is gold. It's gold now. It's your gold glimmer paper. I don't know. It just looks amazing. So I just grabbed this Wink of Stella, mainly because I know y'all like it. It's not that I dislike it. I just never use it, like very rarely. So I grabbed a Wink of Stella and I put it on here. And then I was literally shook at how much now it looks like a gold. Yeah, it's not as good on camera, but just do it yourself at home and you'll see. It looks like a gold specialty paper. Now I have no clue. I didn't test it just on wild wheat cardstock or watercoloring or nothing else, just this. But in person, this is, I missed a spot. So impressive. Like, you're going to be so impressed with yourself. Honestly, I'm like, I should do this for a swap for on stage because it looks so good. I would get so many compliments. No. You just have to do it. Do it for yourself. It's gold. It's like you have a gold paint pen or something with glitter. Yes, Cindy. And of course, Wing of Stella looks awesome on anything in general. It makes it glimmer, but this, it looks like a gold paint pen or something. I don't know how to describe it. It's so different than just putting, Wing of Stella on stuff. So I hope y'all will try that. It's awesome. I was really amazed at that. Okay, so I'm ready to put this card together. It looks like, wow, it does look like gold. I love that hummingbird. Yes. Janet loves her Wink of Stella. It's her BFF. I know a lot of people like that, Janet. They can't, like, literally, they come to any of my events. They have their Wink of Stella there to jazz up every single thing. Basically, the Wink of Stella is like adhesive. You got adhesive, you got Wink of Stella. So funny. Anyway, I mean, I understand why, but thank you, Mary Ann. I'm trying to read y'all's comments. Okay, and that was Amy that said does look like gold. Okay, so I added adhesive to the back of this strip of wild wheat that has been embossed with the layered florals. And I'm going to leave my strip of More Dazzle Gold on the table and just place this down, this wild wheat paper down on top of it. That allows me to get the exact width I want, which you may want more or less than me on my card. And then, even more importantly, it allows you to match the other side almost exactly, except when you press too hard and your dazzle falls off. Hold on, these lines are tricking my brain. That what just happened, it just kind of fell off because I didn't press super hard. And of course, dazzle is super textured, but once I glue this to the card, it'll be fine. I'm going to be more gentle now. So, but hopefully that makes sense. So you can align, you can eyeball and get the same width on both sides. Way easier than if you're basically than any other way. So there we go. Then you add adhesive to the back of the dazzle as well as the wild wheat when you attach this to your project. Okay, so I'm going to leave that aside. I'm going to attach this designer paper to the bubble bath cardstock. Attach this to the card base. Shouldn't really have put the adhesive on that dazzle yet, but I got ahead of myself. Okay, this bubble bath goes on the card base. It's got a real skinny border there. I've got those measurements over stamptherapist.com. And then the floral embossed piece goes across the center. Just like that. Then we'll have the what I'm going to do is put adhesive on the back of my bubble bath circle. I'm going to grab my gold hummingbird. Okay. And the hummingbird's just going to, like, the beak will be going kind of to the center of the flower. And I do want this point of the label to be at the top. So I'm going to figure out where I want this circle without having these hummingbird wings go over the top of my card. So that will determine the height of this circle. If that makes sense. Then I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensionals to my hummingbird. About 3. And add that. Again, just check the top of your card. You're not going over the top. Then greeting. Yes, greeting is next, and then a bow. And of course, some champagne embellishments. So I'm going to cut the ends of the greeting at an angle, same angle on each end, just an angle. And then add, yeah, this will be added on with Stampin' Dimensionals. So of course, never throw away these edges, just cut them up. The edges you get on the mini Stampin' Dimensionals are a lot wider than the edges on regular dimensionals. And you get like 700, I think, in a pack. 700? Oh, I forgot now. You get a lot more mini dimensionals than you do if you cut. Yeah, 700. You get 100, 300 large ones. If you cut those in half, that makes 600, right? 700 here, plus these wide edges. And I believe they cost the exact same price, small, mini versus regular. So I love the minis. Okay, enjoy your day is going to go down here toward, or just to the left of the tail feathers. Tiny bit above the wild wheat cardstock there. And now I want a bow. So I'm going to use the 2 open packs of this. The wild wheat twine. Look, this was a rejected one from my TikTok video. I cut it too short. Rejected. This is the wild wheat jute trim. And I'm just going to do my old standard double bow. Just to, you know, quick and easy. 2 strings. Tie it into one bow. So this is just a regular bow, not a bunny ears or anything special. 2 strings, 1 bow. If it's confusing because these are looped together, you just cut the 2 strings in half. Like you just actually cut them apart and use 2 strings to begin with, if that makes sense. So just a normal double bow. And the difference here in this one and the first one is there's 2 strings and 2 strings, so 4 instead of just 1 and 1. So I could do the bow I did in the first place on this one, on the first card, and just go, I think 2 less turns anyway, 3 instead of 5. But whatever, I think this looks good too. Am I making sense? Who knows? Okay, peel the paper back, fold it over, grab your glue dot, stick that at the beginning of the greeting. I'm going to bedazzle you again, Janet. Thank you, Ramona. And then we'll just add some of these champagne dots. So this is what, was it Janet who suggested just unassembling this part? Grab your champagne dots. Of course, I need glue. I'm going to place on this one 2 dots right above the bird's head and 1 dot over here on the left, all on the pink label, but 1 over above Enjoy Your Day. Okay, what size? These are kind of like medium ones. So this one, I'm going to separate out what I want to use here. Yeah, maybe. These are tricky dots. You think you see a smaller one. You put it next to your smaller ones, and it's a bigger one. Anyway, this is like a medium size, though. Yes. Yes. Ooh, I like this trick. Oh my gosh, look how smooth that went. Okay, so that is card number 2. Card 2. Let's see the original. And then let's just see what I made last week. Oh, wait, was it this one? No. Oh, this is not. I forgot if this is a copy of one of my previous cards. Yeah, it is right here. Yeah, last week. Okay. So again, layout, some kind of background back here. This was embossing paste. You could use designer paper or an embossed piece of cardstock. Element here, etc. Yes, Janet, that tip worked amazing. Bring on the bedazzle. um, awesome. So there you go. So again, just a reminder, if you want a chance to win the 3 cards I'm making today, comment on the video. Share the video and comment that you shared. Both of those will get you entered. And we are ready for card number 3. So card 3 is a fun fold. So like when you get the packet from me, you'll have your card base and it will have some score marks in it. And then there's another piece in here that creates the fun fold portion. So this is actually the measurements I have written here. The base, which also this will be on the blog. This base is normal, 5.5 by 8.5, but it's scored at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 5 1/4. 1, 2, 5 1/4. So we're going to fold the 5 1/4 score mark back, and then these other 2 we're going to fold up and down and make an accordion. And it's going to stand up like that. So you can use your bone folder to make these creases more firm. And there's that. So that's 5.5 by 8.5, score at 1, 2, 5 1/4. Then I have it in your packet, which you'll receive from us just with your simple online order in March. You'll receive it in April. This is 2.5 by 5.5, scored at 1 1/4. So 2.5, 5.5, scored at 1 1/4. And we'll just fold backwards on that shorter piece. This is going to end up getting attached here. Of course, you all may have seen these cards before. They're very popular right now. And there's that. Then we have our designer paper pieces to go on all of these. So we have a 3 by 5 1/4, 2 1/4 by 4, and 3/4 by 5 1/4. So that's the basics of this type of card. Then, of course, I have a white scallop pre-die cut 2.5 inch scallop shape, which is the front right there. And then on my scrap of basic white, I need 2 of these smaller flower, which is a single flower with a couple of leaves on it. I need 2 of those, loosely cut around them, die cut them out, and you'll have these 2 flowers here. And we'll color them in. V says, I have become a fun fold kind of girl. Thank you, Janet, by the way. Thanks, Corinne. Yeah, it's a really, this one's pretty easy. So V, I still am like the lazy stamper, but if it's simple enough, like to me, this one's simple. The one I do, which I got from someone else, where it's like, I don't know, the front folds back and out. That's simple to me. But yeah, I don't personally get crazy fancy with them just because I'm kind of lazy. And it's not lazy, but it's just like, I don't know. Okay, what am I supposed to stamp? You're in my thoughts today is going to be my greeting in Lost Lagoon. Oh, what is the fun fold called? I don't know. I actually thought about that yesterday. Janet, like that I should know the name, but I have no clue what it's called. Does anyone know what this is called? Okay, so I'm going to turn my label again so it's like the direction I want it as far as the top. I'm going to ink up You're in My Thoughts today in Lost Lagoon ink and stamp it in the bottom center. It just fits there well. It's not really, this particular one, you can't really scoot to the left or right. It would be so subtle that it would look weird. So just stamp it in the center at the bottom. And then we're just going to color these flowers real quick. Bubble Bath, Lost Lagoon, and Wild Wheat. leave those measurements exposed. But again, they will be on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. There will even be a recipe card that you can print and have the measurements right there, the picture of the card, and the supply list. Or you can just look at it online. So I've colored 2 other projects before this. So try to color these as quick as I can for y'all. Also, on just a small tip on the fact that blends bleed through, so I wouldn't ever color them while having the paper on top of another project. Scratch paper's fine, glass mat's fine. Anything that you don't care if the color actually bleeds through to is fine to be underneath it, but not the project. Like what time? I don't think. It's only 10:30. It's not lunchtime, but I am ready for lunch. La 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 la. I can't read your comments while I'm coloring. Yes, Jeanne. She said, good thing there's replays. That is so correct. People have told me that if you watch a live video on YouTube, which this is also on YouTube right now, that you can like pause and rewind while it's live. I don't ever really get to watch other people's videos, so I haven't really experienced that, but I mean, multiple people have told me that. So if y'all ever want to switch over to YouTube and pause during the live, just a little tip there. But yeah, totally replay. I like replay because you can skip, you know, speed up. Like, okay, let me skip these 10 seconds. I understand that part. Let me get to what I need to know. I like to skip like that as well. And then, but a lot of people I do like to watch while they are live. This is the interaction, especially. Okay, so there's my 2 flowers. They are Bubble Bath with, of course, a wild wheat center and Lost Lagoon leaves. Which Lost Lagoon is a big, heavy color on this card. Let me attach these pieces of designer paper to their appropriate parts. You just have a nice 1/8" border, all 3 of them. Here's that one. Of course, you could change the measurements and cut them so that they would have a skinnier border if you wanted. I forgot to say what patterns these are. They're from that Poetic Expressions. They all have Lost Lagoon as a primary color. One is sort of like one of those, to me, it's like a textured carpety kind of background. It's white with a ton of Lost Lagoon pattern on top. One is white with little bitty decorative images in Lost Lagoon. Oh, sorry. Well, I think that one's actually boho blue. Actually, now that I look close, boho blue and mossy meadow, but it looks fine on this. And then there's a sort of little medallions all over white background, medallions all over, and they are basically Lost Lagoon. Okay, so how this piece gets attached to the card is you can just put adhesive along the bottom like normal, like a nice strip, because there's a wide section that it will get stuck to. But the top, let me just show you. I'll go ahead and attach it here so I can show you. So I'm going to attach this fully flush at the bottom. And you want to attach this so that, or you want to glue this down with it all flat and closed. So it's just maybe a 1/4 inch or so, barely 1/2 inch that you have to put adhesive on. So I use my silicone craft sheet. I hang the adhesive off of the back edge a little bit onto the silicone sheet so that it's not a full strip of adhesive. Of course, you could also use liquid glue, tear and tape, whatever you like whatever your favorite for that kind of stuff is. But that's how you attach it. You just keep it nice and flat and closed when you're pushing it all down. so that it will be correct. And then of course you can open it and put a note inside. You can put a piece of paper in there to write your note on. You have this whole section to decorate if you chose to, etc. Okay, so but there's the front of it closed, and it fits into a normal envelope, like our clear ones, just like any of our cards that we're making today fit into an invitation size envelope, which is Stampin' Up's medium, including the white, the vanilla, and the clear. Clear is my favorite. Okay, so these flowers, I'm going to add adhesive to one, and it will be flat. They're going to go on this You're in My Thoughts piece. Here to the top right of where the greeting is. So the top flower I put flat with the leaves pointing up, and then the second flower will be on a Stampin' Dimensional. Sorry if you didn't see me do that. Stampin' Dimensional, overlapping the other flower a little bit with the leaves pointing the opposite direction. So pretty simple there. And then this whole thing will get attached, and I did attach it flat to partially to this 2.5 inch section here. So no adhesive will be on the right back side. And I just have it a little more than halfway over to the left. So what I'm going to do is turn this upside down, top to bottom, just to give me a visual of where I need some adhesive. And stick that down. But where you place this is just completely up to you. And then we'll add some, well, I do have a little bow on this one. It's just a small moody mauve bow. Regular bow. Like, I don't do bunny ears with twine or jute. It actually confuses me. I don't know why. I just can't do it. Just tie, like if you're tying your shoes, that's the kind of bow I make with jute or twine or linen thread. Okay, but where do I want these dots? I'm going to put 3 in this big white section here between You're in My Thoughts and the flowers. So a nice triangle pattern. And I'll go with like a small, medium, large. Okay, there's a large. I should have separated these out first. Are you medium? Yes. Okay, medium. And then I need a small one. There it is, right there. Like that. And then my bow. Sorry, I was looking for my glue dots. Getting myself all distracted. Moody mauve bow down here at the bottom corner of the white circle where the greeting is. That is that card. Here it is from the side. Of course, obviously, whoever you give this to can display it. Super cute on their desk, fireplace, coffee table, wherever they want to. Yes, this one fits into an envelope. Spam risk is calling me. Of course, I just believe, well, the bow won't. Anyway, okay, so there it is in an envelope. Always put the flat part to the front of your envelope, by the way, tip. In a white envelope, I should say. There it is. And then here it is in a clear one. So yeah, with these particular measurements, it will fit into these envelopes. which I didn't design this layout. So whoever did, I'm sure made sure of that. Here's my other card. My bow's not as cute. It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad you guys like them. So these 3 plus the one more I'm going to show you are my card class for my free, not my card class, my free class you can earn from me with your online order in March 2024. Come in closer. So yeah, these 3 cards here, plus one more design. This card right here. So again, we're going to cut the flowers for you. Now you will need to provide, if you get this class free from me, your gems, unless you get the free ones from me. But you can substitute rhinestones, pearls, any gems you want where I have these. But you'll need to supply those if you don't get the free ones. I will supply the jute though, if needed. So that's the free class. By the way, this card here, designed for this ordering special, but here's the card from last week. So again, just take your stuff you've done in the past, use it as a sketch or a layout, and copy yourself. Or even you see a card you love on Pinterest or Facebook or wherever that is, and make sure, not make sure, but you can just take those designs and use completely different products, colors, whatever. Even you can turn them, this card originally was another design that went, I believe it was portrait, not landscape. 3 of these cards are landscape today. 1 is portrait. First one's portrait. The other 3 are landscape. So that's your free class. Don't forget about the recipe cards over on the blog, stamptherapist.com, 11 a.m. Central. Where's my hand? Stamptherapist.com. The ordering code to get these free is right there. It's free with a $25 order, but 50 or more gets you the champagne embellishments free as well. Champagne dots. Yeah, and don't forget to put Week of Stella on wild wheat Stampin' Blends to make a gold thing. Yes, Janet, the catalog is great. V says so caseable. Yes, case, copy, and share everything. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you. I love the last one. Let's see. Tommy, I will be casing. Carmen, thank you so much. Love the last. Actually, I'm assuming you mean this one is the last one, but depends. Sue, thank you. Jackie, thank you. Amy, thank you so much. Faux step up card. Okay, Sue Crowley says faux step up card. I need to write that down because I'll be like, where's her comment? Who said it? I gotta find a pen. Faux step up card. Dang it, where did I put my pen? Whew. I'm gonna go back to the comments here. Let's see. By the way, if you missed last week's video, I made more. Sorry, I'm writing faux step up card. Thank you, Sue. Cards with this design, with this bundle. So if you want to go check that out, you can do that. Thanks, Cindy. Thank you, other Cindy. Angel, thank you so much. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Sue and Leanne. Yes, Leanne says, I love fun fold cards. By the way, we're making a card like this in my retreat, as well as an envelope closure card. If you want to take that class, just FYI. Janet, I'm watching on TV on YouTube and commenting on my phone also on YouTube. I love it. Brittany was here earlier, Janet, but you only saw her tail. And then she literally oh, I see her. She's asleep on her table. She's weird. She likes to sleep on one of my tables now. Juanita, thank you. It's okay. No judgment, no pressure. Yes. Okay, Sue. Yeah, I saw your comment now. Oh, Angel also says a step card. Awesome. Thank you guys for letting us know the name because I had no clue. Oh, yes, Ro. I'm so glad you mentioned that. She said we'll miss next week. Oh, you will miss me. Sorry, I thought you meant about the video. Yes, Ro. I'm sorry will not be there on stage. But speaking of that, I will not be doing a video next week. I will be leaving Wednesday. I'll turn the camera up. Hopefully, I don't look a mess. I'll be leaving Wednesday for Stampin' Up's on stage. We're doing no, yes, I'm leaving Wednesday. Thursday morning, Alejandra and I have our event, and then it gets wild from there. We have a team gathering right after that. Then we have an optional add-on class that Stampin' Up offered that we're doing. And then the convention. Actually, there's a convention thing that night too at like 5 o'clock, like a general session, and then convention starts the next day. So I will not be doing a video next week. It's just not possible. But anyway, I'll be back the following week. Hey, Corinne, thank you. Oh my gosh, my phone is weird. Yeah, so everyone have a great day, great weekend, great week, whatever. If you're going to be at on stage, please come up and say hi to me. And I'm terrible with names, so if I've met you before, please reintroduce yourself. Literally terrible with names. And then when I get in situations like that where there's a bunch of people, my brain goes even worse. And I will like look at Landa and not know her name. No joke. I've done it. So yeah, Rose. So sorry you can't be there. Thank you. We should have fun. Luckily for me, we get to drive to Houston, so we don't have to deal with flying. We can take whatever we want, all that stuff. But I know a lot of people are flying into Houston. So either way, we'll see y'all next week if you're going to be there. And if not, and you can meet Landa probably too, and Alejandra and April McCrite and Pat and who else was on here earlier? Now I'm blanking. Oh, Mary Ann, like so many people you can meet. Robin, it's going to be awesome. We have a huge group from, I think over 20 people from my team are going. Anyway, Genevieve Coe, you can meet her. All right. I will see everybody later. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.